All right, after a little bit of technical difficulties, I think we finally got it. Audio sound okay, guys? Well, welcome to Riverbank Reptiles. Our first live ever. Obviously some technical difficulties, but hopefully we've worked them out. Well, welcome. We've got 6 eggs tonight from a Who's Your Daddy clutch. The pairing was a butter to a leopard and a chocolate. And I'll show the parents off here real quick. She's in very deep blue. She's already back on food. She's building up for next year. She was produced by Stranger Addictions out of Indiana. But she's a great little girl. Like I said, she gave us 6 good eggs. She was paired to our leopard here that we got from Tinley Park. Got it at the auction. And the reason we switched males mid-season was he decided to go off of food and got kind of skinny, so always got to have a backup male. It's got a great little head stamp there. And this lovely gentleman right here is the chocolate she saw this season. This was the first ball python we actually bought. He's got some great iridescence to him. Yellow's coming up from the sides and everything. He's on the go. He does have a little stuck shed there on his forehead, it looks like. But he also might be going back into shed. He usually gets really opalescent like this. That's his belly. I'm gonna go back to the leopard real quick because I had talked to Jim and Matt about this on one of their videos. This is the belly of the Leopard. He's got that zipper style belly. All the way up. All right. A second. Now we can sort of meet face to face. I want to give a big shout out to Ectothermic Dungeon. I support these guys a lot. I really like what they do. They've had a great season. But let's go ahead and get down to the eggs. Oh, a little shaky. Like I said, she gave us some pretty nice sized eggs. Let me pull the egg straws. No problem, guys. Like I said, you guys are having a heck of a year. Really like what you do, what you've produced. Move these eggs over just a little bit more, get a little bit closer. A little bit closer up here for you guys to see. Yeah, I got some gold scissors. They cut eggs really well. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that is a chocolate butter. Get a little bit closer. A lesser, just like Mom. It's got blue eyes, if you can see down in there. This one's chocolate butter. Chocolate butter, okay. I haven't seen these in the egg before, so I appreciate the IDs. Yeah, I believe the first one was a chocolate butter. The second one I don't think has chocolate in it. At least not from what I've seen. Yeah, they always do. I'm still waiting for my first clutch. They're going into their second shed right now to see if they color up differently. And that was a pied to a het pied dinker female that I picked up. It was supposedly produced by a buddy of mine, but it was one of those impulse. Friend of ours here in town was needing to get rid of it, but couldn't tell me exactly what was in it. So I figured I'd prove her out, and we did, with only one pied coming out of the clutch. But I've also got to get together with Mr. Gary Leeson, which he's only about an hour away, because I believe what we have was the dinker female was trick also. So I think I've got trick het pieds and one trick pied. You can see in there. Yeah, that's one thing I'm pretty good at, is cutting eggs. I cut our first clutch this season, and I cut one last season. Hopefully we'll have a better season coming up. I've still got two females that are being paired. I've got a pastel sugar 100% het VPI xanthic going to a female xanthic. I'm going to say yes on the chocolate on this third one here, Matt. So I'm thinking the chocolate took the clutch. I'll open it up just a little bit more. There we go. Got some good color there. All right. Oh, window. Another lesser combo, or maybe just straight lesser. This is what we look forward to all year. After all the pairings and everything, each one's like a present, especially if the odd gods smile on us. But I'm very happy with just healthy babies. And these are going to be building blocks for some other projects down the road. Oh, this one's a little fuller than usual. Another chocolate. And then I've got some there we go. And final one. And I'm going to possibly say another chocolate butter. It might color up more with some age. Can't wait to see them come out of the eggs. Sure. Are the colors coming through? Yeah, she is dark. But she does have some bright yellow coloring to her and everything when after she sheds, but she is darker than most butters. Well, I've got a few other little snakes to show off. They're grow-ups from last year. Or pickups, I should say, that were growing up. This is a Leeson line black pastel that we picked up. Let me get the camera set up right so you guys can get the full effect. Earthquake, sorry. I'm hoping for 2 more clutches this season. And this guy's getting ready to go into shed because I can hear the little nose flaps came loose already. Yeah, he's got great oranges. Put him away real quick. He'll be ready by end of next season. Where are you at? Unfortunately, this guy's in blue too, but he still has some great color to him. This is one of only 2 in the world, produced by Gary Leeson, the Quincy Snake Man. He is a pastel banana Mojave trick. Yeah, pastel banana Mojave trick, yep. And like I said, he's deep in shed. I picked up quite a few trick combos from Gary last year. He retired at the end of last year. And I just saw recently online that somebody produced a super trick finally. And he'll be going to this female once she's ready. Let me grab her real quick. This is just a 2-gene animal. She's a banana trick. Yeah, from what I understand, the super trick that he produced definitely looks like the Hurricane. And the way that trick came about, because I asked Gary about it, how he came about trick when I first saw this gene. And he said he had gone to an expo Trick is real variable in snakes. The single gene form of Trick makes these smiling faces, usually crosses over the back, makes wacky patterns. Oh, I'm out of frame. There we go. And along her neckline here, all those smiling or drawn out T's. Gary called them C's. But he ended up buying a black pastel, the Leeson line black pastel, and Trick was within it. Yeah, I plan on putting her, buddy of mine just got some clowns this year, so I'm trying to talk him out of one of the males to put her to clown to make some hats. This girl doesn't like me up. This is what's known as a cheetah ball. It's a pastel pinstripe trick. But you can see how Trick messes with the pattern in this one too. Breaks up the pattern. I don't know if it has yellow belly in it or not. He didn't tell me that there was that in the pairing. That's the side pattern there. Because I still have trouble noticing if yellow belly's actually in something. I mean, you can study so many pictures, but until you see it in real life and see the true colors. But she doesn't have any sort of head stamp on her. Just solid color. And we've got this beautiful girl. This is our mini because of that pattern right there. This is our mini. She is a black pastel albino or albino black pastel. She's getting ready to shed too. She's got her belly's all pinkish yellowish. But some great pattern to her. Nope, no. There we go. Stay out of the equipment. But what gets me about her black pastel, or the way that she, if you look at the pattern here on the neck, how chained it is. This is one I produced last year. He's always on the go. Get better in frame. Actually, this is a pastel sugar spider. And there's the belly pattern. And the male that produced this I got from Eric's Xanthics at Tinley. Really cool head stamp. Has a little bit of a wobble, but it's not bad. And it's 50% het xanthic VPI line. And he's going into shed because he's usually much brighter whites on his sides, because the sugar that I have is very high white. Also working into our VPI project, or xanthic project. This is a banana bamboo, 100% xanthic. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I lucked out with Gary last year. He produced some great looking stuff, and I was lucky enough to pick some of it up. Because he did actually prove out, or this was only Gary was able to prove out or produce a visual xanthic bamboo banana last year, VPI line. And then I've got two more I'm going to show, and then I'm going to call it an evening. And I'll show the babies one more time. This was the GHI I picked up last year. She's steadily growing. I got her at the end of last year. She's got great color, great contrast. This is her belly. It's patterned. And then, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. She's got an orange paradox spot right here. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, she's also got something else because the father to this clutch, pardon me, he would tend to throw very dark children. And the gentleman that I got her from, Justin Still, had a project going with them to try to figure out what the gene was that was darkening them so much. I know, and I understand that GHIs are dark. But like the black pastel, he's really dark for a black pastel, and the oranges and everything that come out in him. So I picked up 3 animals that came, that male sired and has that extra dark sheen to them, to see if I can track down what it is and see what it is and see what I can do with it. And then this was from my last clutch last year. Nice dark head, lightning on the back. Good blushing down the dorsals. And this was produced by my pastel sugar, 100% het xanthic to a pastel. I'm guessing it's a super pastel because it was the only one that came out of the clutch with the back of its head blushed this way. Unless it's all, I mean, it kind of looks Firefly to me too, because of how the blushing down the dorsal is. But he's an absolute beautiful snake. He doesn't have any popcorning or anything, so it doesn't look yellow belly-ish. And the female that produced this is seeing my pied this year. So I can get some het pied, pastel pieds. But when he grows up, he'll do some work for us here. Look at the babies again. One last time. Thanks, Jim. Still working on the framing. Thank you very much, guys. Well, stay tuned, like, share, subscribe. Hopefully we'll have some more videos coming soon. And you all have a great night. Stay safe. I'll see you guys on your next one.